Hello, my name is Ella Kugona. I am your facilitator for LIS 207, Bibliography and Citation Techniques. Last lesson, we discussed the genesis of bibliography. And for today's lesson, we're going to discuss the annotated bibliography. We will discuss the sources, summarizing the argument of the sources, and also take a look at the annotations and abstracts. What are the differences between the annotations and the abstracts? So let's get to class.
This is LIS 207, Bibliography and Citation Techniques. You are welcome to today's lesson. My name is Ailaku Ugonna and I'm your facilitator for the course. Last lesson, we discussed the genesis of bibliography, its meaning and types. So today we'll be discussing the annotated bibliography. How many of us know the meaning of annotated bibliography? Okay, let us have a look at it then. So at the end of this lesson, we should be experts in this class. We should be able to define annotated bibliography, understand the relevance of annotated bibliography, and the difference between annotated bibliography and abstract. But before we dive into the class, let us take a look at today's class activity and answer it. Today's lesson, as earlier said, is on annotated bibliography. So what is this annotated bibliography? An annotated bibliography is a list of citations to books, documents, or articles. Each of the citation is usually followed by a brief, descriptive, and evaluative paragraph, usually about 150 words, 4 to 6 sentences only. The purpose of annotated bibliography is to inform you, the reader, the relevance, accuracy, and quality of the sources cited. An annotation may include 1. The main focus of the work, the intended audience of the work, the relevance of the sources to your research, as well as special features of the work that you seem were useful or helpful to you. Now this takes us to these sources. How do we select these sources? The quality and usefulness of any bibliography depends on the researchers, on you, on your selection of the sources. The selection of the sources defines the scope and limits of the research carefully for good judgment to be made. Before the selection of sources, you need to ask yourself some questions, such as, what problem am I investigating? What question or questions am I even trying to investigate? This research I'm investigating right now, does the bibliography suit the topic? You need to ask yourself also, what kind of library material or resources am I looking for? And am I finding important studies on this my topic? It is important to look out for studies that are referred to by other researchers in that your field. In summarizing the argument of a source, annotation helps to briefly restate the main argument of a source. What's the difference between annotations and abstracts? Abstracts are purely descriptive summaries, often found at the beginning of a journal, term paper, or an assignment, while an annotated bibliography is a piece of formal academic writing which follows certain rules which are regarded as general rules for all academic writing. And these general rules are: 1. Arrange in alphabetical order. You need to write in a single paragraph, usually about 100 to 300 words, but depending on the format, you need to check with your facilitator or lecturer. You also write in full sentences using academic writing styles. This means that there is no abbreviation. The use of transition words, example, furthermore, moreover, however, therefore. Then you have to be concise. Stick to the point. Mention only significant details in your summary. Use examples from other annotated bibliography in order to guide and check your writing style. Do not repeat information. You could see the do not is highlighted. Do not repeat information that is already in your citation. Information such as the title of your work. And do not cross-reference. What do we mean by do not cross-reference? Simply means using an in-text reference as you are only writing about a single text. Now, before we call it a day, we have one more class activity which I would like you to attempt, and after which you will send me your answers or your responses to my email, which will be provided at the end of this lecture. Well, for today's lesson, we have learnt the following: the definition of an annotated bibliography, which we said is a list of citations to books, documents, and articles. We also said each of the citation is usually followed by a brief description and evaluation. The purpose of the annotated bibliography is to inform the reader the relevance, the accuracy, and quality of the sources cited. We also learned how to select these sources, as well as how to summarize the argument of a source. We can now differentiate between annotations and abstracts. We say that abstracts are purely descriptive summaries, often found at the beginning of a journal or an assignment or a term paper, while an annotated bibliography is a piece of formal academic writing which follows general rules for all academic writing, and we also listed these rules. For the last class activity, I would expect your answers to be sent to my email ilaku@now.edu.ng. And should you have more questions on this particular topic, annotated bibliography, or on the previous topic, the genesis of bibliography, you can still send me an email which I will respond to. My name is Ailaku Ugonna, your facilitator for LIS 207 Bibliography and Citation Techniques. See you next class.